Hello everyone, I'm sitting down because the new mic is having issues. It's not broken, it just needs special things I've ordered for it, so it should be coming soon and I'll be standing up before you know it. So today's video is about spaces, particularly spaces for men and boys, and how feminists don't like that and they want that to change, because even though this isn't necessarily about safe spaces, feminists really don't like men and boys having their own clubs. I mean, minority men and boys have their own little leeways when it comes to this kind of thing, but don't get me wrong, if the feminists could get rid of all them too, they would, and believe me, that's going to come eventually. Now, this is about the Boy Scouts of America, so immediately we know what this is going to be about: kids. And this video is about a girl trying to enter the Boy Scouts of America, getting rejected because, as we know, it's a boys only club. There's the Girl Scouts of America anyway that she could join, but no, apparently she's going to force them to do so because equality. But it's not just equality, as we know, there's some deeper things going on here. So play the video.
It's definitely discriminatory against girls.
Well, yeah, it is discriminatory, but it's neither positive nor negative. It is an organisation that caters towards boys to make them into better men, as so the saying goes. And if you want to join a place like that, go to the Girl Scouts, or hell, if you want a gender neutral place, go to the cadets. There's the Navy, there's the Army, there's the Air Force. Go join them if you want to be included somewhere with boys. But again, she's fighting to join this organisation, and at the moment it's sounding a little bit entitled, isn't it, people?
Because we have the same ability to earn the rank, but we don't have the access to get that rank.
That's very vague. What rank? What kind of rank? I think she later on says it's the Eagle rank. The Girl Scouts have their own little version of the Eagle rank, and there's nothing wrong with going to the Girl Scouts or the cadets and earning your badges that way. Why this rank in particular? Why does she want it? I don't know. She doesn't really say why she wants to join the Boy Scouts other than that rank, and I've just don't understand the need for the Boy Scouts to be changed in order to suit her agenda, and as we shall soon see, feminist agendas. So she's joining in anyway as an unofficial member, yet is complaining about not getting the ranks. Do you know where this is going, people? But again, look, the Boy Scouts are allowing her to be an unofficial member of her friends' troop. They don't have any problem with her hanging out with them and doing stuff with them, but she's not an official member. What's the issue here? Do stuff with the Girl Scouts, or the Brownies as we call them over here in the UK. I mean, again, why is there any need to change the Boy Scouts of America? Oh wait, because it's the Boy Scouts of America and that's sexist. But the Girl Scouts of America, no, completely different. Well, of course they refused. They cater to boys. They teach boys to do stuff. Their specialty is boys. That's what they've done for the last 106 years. So I don't see why they have to therefore cater to her because she's a girl. This is literally the only reason so far that they've given.
I learned that equality isn't really an easy thing to attain. And
of course, here we go, look, I didn't know equality was so difficult to obtain. Well, yeah, of course it's difficult because you've got forces against you, but the problem is, this is not about equality. This is about taking away what little spaces that boys and men already have to do things as men and boys. And let's not forget, none of you in this video ever called for boys to join the Girl Scouts. No, for some reason it has to be girls joining the Boy Scouts. Why is that?
The Eagle rank is the highest award in the Boy Scouts, and I can't achieve it just because I'm a girl.
Yes, it's discriminatory, but it's not infringing on your rights. It's not infringing on your equality. It's doing nothing to you. You just want this rank for some reason. You've not really giving us any good reason why. I'm pretty sure that the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts aren't really that linked together, are they? Like, they're kind of separate in many ways. I could be wrong. Tell me down below in the comments because I'm very interested. Ah, yeah, of course, 106 years ago when women couldn't vote in America. Look, that's nothing to do with the reason why Boy Scouts of America caters to boys. Clearly, it's something for boys to learn specific trades back in the day, and even now that boys have an aptitude at learning, and clearly the Boy Scouts of America want to make these boys better men as they grow up. That's the whole point of it. It has nothing to do with politics. The only people making this political here are you. Bringing up voting, bringing up equality, bringing up all this discriminatory nonsense. They didn't choose to make it the Boy Scouts of America because they hate women. They did it because they like boys and they want boys to be better. That's why they did it. Also, there was a religious aspect to it, but that's besides the point. Just because they don't allow girls in doesn't make it evil. But this is the thing, isn't it? Masculinity is evil. Femininity is amazing and good.
I think that girls should have the opportunity to join either program and earn whatever opportunities they want.
Notice how she never said boys and girls should be able to join either program and do the things that they want to do and achieve what they want to achieve. It's just girls have to do both, but boys don't have to do both. So it's this double standard that really annoys me, and this is the reason why I have an issue with the whole spaces thing and the safe spaces thing. It's okay for girls and minorities like myself to have our own little safe spaces because we're oppressed apparently, but white males and males overall can't have their own because that's sexist, that's racist, and it's patriarchal, and they have to be brought down for some reason because maybe toxic masculinity, and maybe because feminists want to control how these boys are brought up, what they're taught, so that they can mould them in their own little shape. And the Boy Scouts of America clearly have nothing to do with the feminist agenda here, so they have to fight them and take that control away from them because it's one area that they just can't get into. This is what it's all about, as you'll soon see. There you go, it's about power. That's why they said that Boy Scouts focuses on leadership, whereas Girl Scouts tends to focus on problem solving. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but clearly they are doing this because, remember, they have this big thing with trying to get more women into power, not just because they think these women are good at the jobs or have an aptitude for leadership, but because they just want more women in power, or more specifically, they want more feminist women in power. So they can get girls like this into the Boy Scouts and become big and eventually take over it. They've essentially got themselves a feminist run Boy Scouts of America, which isn't particularly a Boy Scouts of America because girls are in the Boy Scouts of America, so it's just the Scouts of America. So not only would they have feminist girls being brought up in the Girl Scouts, but they've got feminist boys in the Boy Scouts of America being taught the shit that they want them to teach. This is what it's going to be all about. This is why they talk about leadership and not problem solving, because apparently teaching women and girls how to problem solve and do things on their own is apparently sexist. I wish I was taught that kind of problem solving, but then again, I was lazy and didn't go to Boy Scouts. That's why I didn't learn it, because I'm sure both do the exact same things, only they have a particular focus on one thing. The National Organisation of Women. Need I say more? The same organisation that has been against men's rights from the very beginning, and these are the people who are spearheading the feminist social justice encroachment on not only universities but society at large. I mean, no wonder these people are supporting her, because they see a way to get into that and turn it into their own little thing. This is about power, this is about controlling, this is about brainwashing kids, essentially. They've already brainwashed this girl, and unless she has some kind of awakening or they start brainwashing her and she thinks for herself, we all know what she's going to grow up into, don't we? But of course, it's the National Organisation of Women, and what have they got to do with any of this? They're just a feminist organisation. Yeah, they happen to be the biggest one in the world and also have quite a lot of power when it comes to influencing politicians, as you'll soon see here. So in order for them to cater not only to this girl's self-entitled needs, but also to, encroach upon it, to infiltrate it and to change it in the way that they see fit, they're making a political attack on the Boy Scouts of America by asking the federal government to defund it, simply because they cater to boys. How is this not a political attack? How is she, this little girl, not being used to further some kind of agenda? How? I'm sorry, but maybe I have my Christiosity tinfoil hat on, but this is what it's sounding like, and they're literally being honest about it. And yet the Girl Scouts of America can continue their discriminatory practices that they've done for God knows how long they've been around. It's the double standard. The men and the boys can have their own spaces, but the women can have their own spaces and also have a right to take part in The men's things because they're women, not because of any personal choice that those particular companies want to do, or those clubs want to do, or those organisations want to do. Yes, it is discriminatory, as I mentioned before, as you mentioned before in the video. It's not harming anybody, it's just to teach boys stuff, just like the Girl Scouts teach girls stuff. It's not an issue, but only you people make it an issue because you want to control everything, because you're authoritarians, and this is what authoritarians do.
The Boy Scouts of America is a great organization, and it would only get better with allowing half of the population, which are girls, into their program.
So by adding girls into it, that makes it better. How? How does that make it better? That's ridiculous logic. It's been doing very well on its own for 106 years. The fact that it's lasted 106 years doing nothing but teaching boys stuff is somehow wrong. That somehow means it can't be better. That means it somehow lost something or was never particularly good at anything. This is nothing but you having a self-entitled wish to have more of this crap that you can't get. This is nothing more than you being self-entitled and wanting something that you can't get, love. I'm sorry, but that is the truth. And again, the feminists are using this self-entitledness to essentially try to control this and to defund them and to slowly take away what little boys already have for themselves.
And increasing the diversity within scouting will just make the program better.
More diversity of genders apparently will make it better. But again, how does it make it better? Just because more people are in it doesn't make it better. These people actually have to be good. They have to pass all the programs. They have to do all these things in order to make it better. Them being boys, them being girls doesn't make it better. It doesn't. So what's the point? And again, apparently the Girl Scouts of America is doing great and doesn't need boys, because remember people, if a man tries to join a safe space for women, well that's sexist and that's patriarchal encroachment and that's against their rights and all that. Ridiculous, isn't it? Anyway people, that's the end of the video. Donate to my Patreon, like and share and comment, and I'll see you all later.